All right, we are live. Let's go. My name is Brian and I work with STAX Nutrition out of Kentucky. I am 41 years old and I just got back walking outside with my shirt off in public. Who would have ever thought that? And before you scroll past me, look at that screen. 240 pounds to 153. That is my life. That is what 4 years of not quitting looks like when it would have been very, very easy to quit. And today I want to talk to you, specifically you. If you are overweight, feel stuck, if you tried and failed so many times and you're started to wonder that maybe this just isn't in the cards for you. I've been exactly where you are. Not in the neighborhood, not something similar, exactly there. So stay with me because this one's for you. And let me set the scene for you real quick. I just got back from a walk outside in my 3-inch inseam muscle shorts. Hold your applause. Had my tank top off, sun out, and who knows how many people were around. And here's the thing, I feel a little weird about it, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I'm completely unbothered. But there's still this voice in my head, this old version of me that says, put your shirt back on. But now there's a louder voice. The voice that says, you've earned this. You've done the work. You've shown up 7 days a week. You didn't make excuses. And you don't negotiate with yourself on the hard days. So the shirt stays off and I walk. And that right there is what 87 pounds actually feels like. Not just the number, the moment, the shirt off, the sun, the quiet confidence, knowing you built something real. Now let me take you back. 240 pounds. And I really want you to sit with that number because I am 5'4". And if you're somebody who's been there or is there right now, it's not just a number on the scale. It's the feeling. I know that feeling. It's waking up in the morning already tired. It's getting dressed and checking in the mirror 3 times to make sure nothing is showing that you don't want people to see. Maybe adding another layer. It's avoiding certain situations, certain photos, certain conversations about health and fitness because deep down you already know what you need to do. You just haven't done it yet. That was me. And on top of the physical side, I had no direction, no real goals, and no system. But I had plenty of reason and I had 0 results. 0. I could have quit any day. Every January, I was going to do it. Every birthday. Then it was every Monday. Then it was next month. I was really good at starting over. But what I was never good at was continuing. And then 2022 happened. Something shifted. Now, I'm not going to get into that, but I will say that, at the end of the day, regardless of how much life knocked me down at that time, I got tired of my own excuses. I got tired of being the guy who talked about it, but I wanted to be the guy who walked about it. So that's where I started. Not perfectly, not with some dramatic overnight transformation story. I started making better decisions and consistently. I wasn't perfect and it wasn't some dramatic overnight transformation story. I started making better decisions much more consistently than I made the bad ones. And I just kept going. And I stopped accepting that version of myself that had gotten comfortable just settling for less. That's it. I know people want to know the secret and they want it to be more complicated and they want the next new thing. It's not complicated. You have to stop accepting the comfortable life and you start doing some uncomfortable work. Here's the part in my opinion that I think that most transformation videos skip. And it's important, so I really ask you to pay attention to this. Motivation is not the engine. I know that's not what you want to hear, and motivation does feel good and motivation is exciting, and motivation is why you're watching this right now. Motivation only shows up when things feel good and it disappears the second things get hard. Things will get hard. That is not a warning, that's a guarantee. Discipline is the engine. Structure is the engine. Having a real program and the actual day-by-day intentional plan, that is the engine. Because a program doesn't care how you feel when you wake up. A program doesn't care that you're tired or stressed or that life got in the way this week. A program tells you what to do next. And then you do it. And then you do it again tomorrow. That is how 240 becomes 153. And that is how a guy who spent most of his life with no clear goals ends up outside at 41 with his shirt off at 17.5% body fat, getting leaner every single day. I was so fat. And right now, the program I am running is producing results that I can literally see week over week. It's funny with all those videos and everything that I do that I've watched all this stuff, all this kind of stuff, and all the stuff you see on the internet. I have watched this work on real people. But then I've lived this work for myself. And if you've been waiting for the right plan, and if you've been saying, I'll start when I find the right thing, it's worth a real conversation. The information is in the description below. If you're local to Kentucky, come see us at STAX. Walk right in. Tell us where you're starting from. We'll meet you exactly there. I don't want to give you anything extra, and I'll talk you out of stuff you don't need. There's no judgment and no pressure. Just information from people who have done this. And let me talk to you directly for a second. If you're overweight and you feel like you've tried everything and nothing's going to work, I hear you on this. this. 37 years. I'm telling you, you're not stuck because you lack willpower. You're not stuck because your metabolism is broken. You're not stuck because you're too old or too far gone or too busy or too anything. You're stuck because you just don't have the right system yet. That's it. That's the whole answer. I didn't have one either. And then I got one. And then I got consistent. And then I got obsessed with the process instead of the outcome. And 4.5 years later, here I am, 87 pounds lighter with my shirt off. And I don't care what anybody thinks about it. Never thought that would happen. That's what the right system does. It does not just change your body. It changes what you believe that your body is capable of and that you're capable of. So here's what I want you to do right now. Please drop me a comment below. Tell me where you're starting from. Tell me your number. Tell me how long you've been stuck. I read every comment. Every single one, and I will respond. If people keep talking about the same stuff or it spurs something creative in my head, I'll make another one of these videos. I love this stuff. It's my passion in life. I just want to help people change their life the way that this kind of thing has changed mine, okay? And if this video has helped you at all, hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps this channel reach somebody else who really needs to hear this today. And subscribe if you want to follow this journey. I am not done. I'm just getting started. And I really, really, really want you to come with me, okay? If you're local to Radcliffe, I'm going to start a group up here soon. I'm just trying to figure out the easiest and best place to do that. So please, my name is Brian. I work for STAX Nutrition, and the screen behind you tells you everything you need to know. 240 to 153 at 41. Let's go. Hope you have a great day. Please let me help you. Talk to y'all soon.